Have you noticed how increasingly distracted we've become? You pick up your phone to check a notification, and suddenly 30 minutes have vanished into scrolling. You sit down to study and your mind scatters in a dozen directions. You open your laptop to work, and somehow you end up deep into random YouTube videos. And here's the thing, if this happens to you, it doesn't mean you have ADHD or some disorder. In fact, it's more normal than ever. We live in a world overflowing with stimuli. There's always a notification, a video, a song, something pulling your attention away. Our focus leaks through the cracks, like water escaping a broken bucket. Ironically, the tendency to split our attention wasn't always harmful. Our ancestors needed it. Constantly scanning the environment kept them alive. But today it's killing our productivity and peace from the inside out. Researchers at the University of California found that after a single interruption, the average person takes 23 minutes to fully regain focus. 23 minutes. Think about how many times you interrupt yourself daily, checking your phone, jumping to another task, switching songs, watching something for just a second. But what if you could hack this? Train your brain to ignore distractions and drop PS so deeply into a task that the world around you disappears. That ability exists, and it's not some modern productivity guru trick. It comes from Zen monasteries in Japan. It's called Ichigo Zammai, the discipline of doing one thing at a time with total, undivided attention. It is deeply ingrained in Japanese Zen Buddhism, and that's what today's video is about. Before we continue, I want to thank all the new channel members, as well as everyone who likes, comments and shares the videos. You're a vital part of this channel's journey. Really, thank you. Now answer me in the comments. What's your biggest distraction today? Your phone, social media, your mind? Comment below. Back to the video. Chapter 1, The Story of Jake. Jake Morrison was 16 years old when he realized he was losing the race of life. He wasn't dumb. He understood math, physics, programming, he got it. His problem wasn't intelligence. His problem was concentration. He'd sit down to study and instantly open Instagram. He'd open his calculus book and drift into fantasies about working at Google. He'd watch a lecture and pause midway to check the score of a game. Still, Jake had a dream, one of those big, terrifying, almost impossible dreams. He wanted to get into MIT, but his grades were nowhere near MIT level. While other students collected A's like candy, Jake floated between B's and C's. Enough to pass, not enough to compete. His friends mocked him. Bro, you want to go to MIT and you can't even get a B in math? You're gonna end up flipping burgers. They thought it was funny. Jake didn't. Every joke hit like a punch. His parents weren't cruel, but they pushed him too. Jake, you have potential. You just need to stop getting distracted. And Jake agreed. He knew he had potential. He just couldn't access it. Every time he tried to study, his mind sabotaged him. He'd daydream about his MIT graduation, his future jobs, his friends apologizing. Meanwhile, his math book stayed closed, his assignments stayed blank, and his dream stayed distant. Until one day, after another terrible calculus test, Jake broke down. He was tired of being mediocre, but instead of giving up, he did something different. He asked for help. Chapter 2, The Meeting with the Teacher. The next day, Jake approached Mr. Tanaka, his math teacher, a calm, centered man in his 50s, whose presence alone could silence a room. Mr. Tanaka, can I talk to you? Jake confessed everything, how he wanted to improve, how he couldn't focus, how his mind jumped constantly. Tanaka listened, then asked, how many tabs do you keep open when you study? Maybe 10. And your phone? Right next to me. And your mind? Always thinking about other things? Jake blinked. Yes, how do you know? Tanaka smiled. Because I was exactly like you. He wrote something on a piece of paper and handed it to Jake. Ichigo Zammai. Jake looked confused. It's a concept from Zen Buddhism. It means concentration on a single action. Not just focusing, but becoming what you're doing. When you study math, you are math. When you code, you are code. Full immersion. Jake still looked confused. Tanaka continued. Think about when you play a video game for 3 hours without noticing time. That's flow. Ichigo Zammai is learning to enter that state intentionally, anytime, anywhere. Jake felt something ignite inside him. And does it work scientifically? He asked. Tanaka smiled again. Yes, today they call it mindfulness or flow states. Neuroscience shows that focused attention practice physically changes the brain, strengthening the prefrontal cortex, the center of attention. He handed Jake a stack of articles. Neuroscience, Zen practice, behavioral techniques. Read these. Apply them. Come back and tell me what happens. Jake went home trembling, not from fear but from hope. Chapter 3. Applying Ichigo Zammai. That night Jake devoured the articles. He learned, every distraction forces the brain to reset, draining energy. The more you multitask, the more you train your brain to be distracted. Pomodoro blocks combined with Ichigo Zammai boost focus. True focus means one tab, one task, zero notifications. Attention is a muscle. Every time your mind wanders and you bring it back, you get stronger. He learned Zen monks apply this to everything: sweeping, eating, meditating. When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep. Simple but powerful. That Monday, Jake created his ritual. Phone in another room, notifications off, only one tab open. 3 deep breaths, a 25-minute timer. The first 5 minutes were torture. His brain screamed for stimulation. But Jake didn't fight the distraction. He observed it, then returned to the task, gently, repeatedly. By the third Pomodoro, he entered flow. 75 minutes passed effortlessly. He achieved more in 1 hour than he usually did in a week. He kept the ritual every day. He applied Ichigo Zammai to eating, walking, talking, everything. And his life shifted. His first test after practicing? And nay, the first day of his life. Chapter 4. The climb from high school to MIT. Months passed. Jake's grades skyrocketed. A in physics, A in chemistry, A in programming. His parents were stunned. What happened to you? I learned how to focus. He learned that discipline isn't about willpower. It's about systems. Your environment shapes your behavior. Distraction isn't the enemy, it's a signal. Jake applied to MIT. His friends still laughed. Dude, MIT? Be serious. He just smiled. I'll do my best. The rest isn't in my control. 6 months later, he received the email. Congratulations, you have been admitted to MIT. He screamed, cried, celebrated. But deep down, he knew the truth. He didn't get in because he was a genius. He got in because he learned to control his attention. Chapter 5. Beyond MIT. MIT was a battlefield. Pressure, brilliance, competition. But Jake had an advantage: total presence. He maintained the ritual. He coded with full attention. He attended lectures with full attention. He worked on projects with full attention. His professors noticed. Jake, your attention to detail is remarkable. Consistency became his superpower. He graduated with honors, became a programmer, then a full-stack engineer, then a senior engineer, and finally a team leader. His teammates asked for his secret. I'm not smarter. I just eliminate distractions and focus, one thing at a time. Chapter 6. The science behind it. Now you might be thinking, great story, but does it actually work? Let's talk science. Harvard research shows mindfulness increases gray matter density in the prefrontal cortex, responsible for focus and decision-making. Stanford research shows focused attention training reduces activity in the default mode network, the part of the brain responsible for mind wandering. A neuroscientist specializing in neuroplasticity put it simply: when you repeatedly return your attention to the present, you are rewiring your brain. Every return builds a stronger mind. This isn't mysticism, it's biology. Pomodoro plus Ichigo Zammai. Mental strength training. And the craziest part, it doesn't just boost productivity, it boosts life. Food tastes better, conversations feel deeper, experiences become richer, presence becomes happiness. Because happiness is not having more, it's experiencing more. Jake learned that, and it changed everything. Today Jake teaches Ichigo Zammai to his team. Their work improves, their stress drops, their clarity rises. Because the truth is simple. Success doesn't come from more time. It comes from better attention. Not more intelligence, more presence. Your life is made of moments. If you're never present, you're not living. You're sleepwalking through existence. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more content. Watch the other videos. I believe they'll help you too. One thing at a time. Full attention. That's how you change the game. Be present, walk with honor, follow the path. See you in the next video.